Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Summer Ismail.
Even though it's cloudy and a bit chilly, the temperatures will hit double digits, but that doesn't mean you don't need that fall jacket. Here's a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Temperatures will rise to 10 today, but will dip to a low of 5 in the night. Black Friday's weather will be favorable for shopping, but it might be a little windy. The day will warm up to a high of 13 and mellow to a low of 7. Saturday will be warm too with a mix of sun and cloud. A high of 13 and a low of 10 are in the forecast. On Sunday, 10 to 50 milliliters of rain is expected. Temperatures will range between 10 and 3. Monday looks grim with cloudy skies and a high of 6 and a low of 1. That's it for weather. Now back to Erin and Catherine in the studio.
Thanks, Summer. Seneca College is introducing Chinese culture into its curriculum. The college's Markham campus is unveiling its new Confucius Institute later this afternoon. The program is in partnership with a university in Changchun and is meant to promote Chinese language and culture. There are over 300 Confucius Institutes around the world. This is the first of its kind in the GTA.
2 earthquakes rocked Japan's northern province today, one close to the Fukushima nuclear power plant. The quakes were described as moderate and no tsunami warnings have been issued. The area is vulnerable to tremors as it lies on the Ring of Fire, where 90% of all earthquakes strike.
The pilot of a helicopter in New Zealand is lucky to be alive after a dramatic crash. Cameras were rolling moments before the accident. The A-Star helicopter was hovering 25 feet off the ground over Auckland. It was hoisting a huge Christmas tree when one of the rotors suddenly clipped a guy wire. The aircraft quickly lost control and plunged to the ground. People can be seen jumping into the destroyed chopper, and the pilot quickly emerges from the twisted metal. Amazingly, he suffered minor injuries and was taken to hospital to be examined. No one on the ground was hurt.
An interpreter from Afghanistan who's been helping the Canadian military says he's being hunted by insurgents. 23-year-old Saeed Shah Sharifi worked as a battlefield interpreter for Canadian forces. For 3 years, he was forced to move his family out of Kandahar last year because of death threats. These dangers are the reason the Canadian government agreed to offer 550 interpreters and their families safe haven in Canada. But Sharifi has been rejected by Canadian authorities as they question if he is truly in danger. Military and immigration officials are pointing fingers at each other over his fate.
Just watching this video was enough to make you lose your lunch, and it's going viral on YouTube. Nobody knows exactly what was going through the mind of this sucker when it decided to emerge from the ocean and take a stroll. Spectators in San Francisco pulled out their cameras and got right in the octopus's face as it wandered around on dry land. Viewers weren't the only ones who wanted to throw up. After a few moments, the octopus spat out a crab and then slowly slithered back into the Pacific Ocean.
Today is the American Thanksgiving. That means a whole lot of pigskin, chili, and cheering for those south of the border. For more on the NFL action and other sports news, we head over to Caitlin DeCarey.
Thanks, guys. It's Thanksgiving in America. This means we're getting NFL football all day. The games kicked off at 12:30 with the undefeated Green Bay Packers playing the Detroit Lions. The Miami Dolphins are playing America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, at 4:15, and the San Francisco 49ers will end the day with a game against the Baltimore Ravens at 8. There was a lot of action last night in the NHL with a total of 13 games. Here's a quick recap of how our Canadian teams did. The Winnipeg Jets lost to the Washington Capitals 3-4 in overtime. The Montreal Canadiens beat the Carolina Hurricanes in a shootout 4-3. The Calgary Flames fell to the Detroit Red Wings 3-5, and the Vancouver Canucks had a shutout against Colorado Avalanche, winning 3-0. From lock stitching to puck stopping, 51-year-old Paul Dutch has been signed to the Minnesota Wild. The embroidery shop owner and backup goalie participated in the warm-up yesterday, but is yet to play a game. Humber students have organized a charity dodgeball tournament this Friday. From 11:30 to 4, teams will compete for prizes, with the top one being tickets for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Proceeds are going to sick kids, and tickets are still available for the draw. Major League Soccer is expanding to Montreal. The new team, Montreal Impact, may pick up some of the 7 players released by Toronto FC yesterday. Striker Javier Martina, along with 3 defenders and 2 midfielders, were left unprotected ahead of Wednesday's draft. Canada has jumped 11 spots in this month's FIFA World Cup. but it's still in 72nd place. The top 3 spots stayed the same with Spain, the Netherlands, and Germany respectively. Other big risers included the Czech Republic up 14 spots to number 33, and Ecuador climbing 10 spots to 42. The next FIFA World Cup is in Brazil in 2014. That's all for sports. Back to Aaron and Catherine at the desk.
Thanks, Caitlin. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Tavia Castle.
Nickelback strikes back, the Berlusconi sex scandal brings out a few celebs, and a WWE superstar's divorce is costing him a pretty penny. I'll have all that and more in your entertainment update.